Good morning from Krakow. Today some informations concerning interesting discovery at archaeological site Tel el Farkha, where is expedition conducted by Professor Krzysztof Ciałowicz, Marek, his friend and our friend Marek from Museum of Archaeological Museum of Poznań. Discovery was done at COM-C, at Tel el Farkha archaeological site, more or less at this place. It was a few years ago, and at this time, years ago, archaeologists discovered structures like this. Interesting, it was poorly burnt ceramic vessel at very low temperatures. Inside was sealed, Nile sealed, cracked at many places, and small light concentrations of calcite. Calcite which crystallized from humidity, from water present under the archaeological layers, and water evaporated, and there was crystallization of calcium carbonate. It means calcite, this and this light concentrations. And we couldn't understand what it is, because pottery is present, and archaeologists discovered a lot of pieces of vessels, but this looked like well-preserved vessel cut at some level, and for what, because of what, nobody knows. And at other place was discovered second form, this made of pottery, burnt clay, and similar like in earlier form, there was plenty of calcite, these light spots, and surrounded by Nile sealed. Inside was practically nothing special. And next form was discovered. As you see, there is the rest of wall of ceramic vessel burnt at a relatively low temperature, because I took piece and control. It was 600 degrees and oxidated conditions. But inside were small pieces, light pieces like these, and I took one piece for examination using mineralogical microscopy. And there was a lot of light, small concentrations of calcium carbonate. It was interesting because around in archaeological layer, around this forms, there was no calcite, but there was plenty. And there were probably special conditions where was evaporation and concentration of underground waters. Water evaporated and crystallized calcite, these white spots, white nodules, etc. But at other place was discovered this vessel, this type of vessel I showed before, with crushed top. This was not done by workers during the expedition. It was crushed, For what, nobody knows, and this was a very secret form. We couldn't understand what is what and why. And I took piece of burnt pottery. It was done using local silt with small admixture of grains of quartz, probably from underground geysera, because site is localized on sandy geysera. And this observations show that thermal alternation of clay mineral is very low. This means the burning of pottery was done at oxidated conditions, but at relatively low temperatures, probably even lower than 600 degrees. So, piece taken from one of these forms, I show you this white elongated slightly form, show that there is piece of bone. This is a microscopic picture, a piece of bone of animal, maybe not human, and surrounded by carbonates, secondary crystallizing carbonates, calcium carbonate. This is this and this. This is seen macroscopically as white nodules, white spots. So, after deduction and investigation, there is the conclusion. Ceramic vessels burned at relatively low temperature were later filled up with silt, not burnt silt, and to this burnt vessel were put some kind of food. We discovered small bone. Maybe there were other components, but after 6,000 years, very difficult for determination. Even is impossible to determine what was inside. Later was dug a hole, and to this hole, this vessel was put with this substance, organic, containing bones, top down. So to this dark hole, and later space between vessel and hole was filled up with silt, not burnt Nile silt, gray. And the top of this vessel, in this situation top, but practically it was bottom of the vessel, was crushed, and probably this form play a role. We treat this as type of cooler, because humidity migrated from the geological and archaeological layers up. There was a crush surface of vessel, and because of heating of sun, solar energy, elevated temperature of this vessel, and across these crushed fissures, water evaporated, and because of evaporation was crystallized calcite, these light white spots, concentration of calcite I show you, and this whole process lead to the lowering of temperature, because evaporation of water is lowering of temperature. What is now very well known, there are special kind of containers where is evaporated water, and in these containers water is about, temperature of water is about 5 degrees Celsius. So probably this vessel put up down was used as type of cooler for food, because water migrating from lower layers of archaeological layers and geological layers was evaporated at the top of this damaged vessel, and because of evaporation was crystallization of calcite from this migrating water. Water was concentrated, evaporated, and as a result crystallized calcite in form of light nodules, and temperature of material collected in this vessel containing bones. One example we examine. Temperature was lowering, was lower up to 5 grades Celsius. So at these hot conditions, especially in summer, it was method for preservation of food at lower temperature. I suppose all phenomena observed at these forms suggest that there were type of coolers working because of evaporation of the water and heating of solar heating sun. So this way was, let's say, was described probably cooler, used by Neolithic peoples, because these forms, these vessels, these coolers were discovered in Neolithic layers, which age is about 6,000 years. So they knew at this time what to do to preserve food at the lower temperature, preserve against various not sympathetic processes, not good for health processes. So this is a small history about interesting forms discovered by Polish expedition in Tel el Farkha Delta of Nile in Egypt. Thank you very much for listening, and see you again.